What's happening, everybody? Now, as I am sure you already know, I do a show on Talk Sport that I love doing with my dear friend Addy Oladipo. Today, we were talking all things Arsenal. And what I need from you is to have a look at the points raised in this and let me know, where do you stand on it? Do you think I'm right with regard to Ben White, Tammy Abraham, and what it means to Arsenal's title aspirations? Or do you think I've been a little bit harsh?
Rory Jennings is in the building. Rory, how are you, my man?
I am good. I've just about got over the blues.
Said the same thing. Said the same thing this morning to Harry Maynard, our producer. I was like, I don't know if I'm still over it, if I'm honest with you. Not just the blues of England not winning it, because I got over that pretty quickly. I'm talking about the whole tournament. Yes. I miss everything.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of England, I don't think I'll ever be over it. It's gonna be one of those things. You know, I'm still not over.
It's clear the Nigerian side in me that's like over it already.
Yeah. I'm still not over Euro '96. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow, it's gonna take a long time then.
But I would also say that you're right. The blues from the tournament, because it was a glorious tournament. I loved having the football on. There were some such good moments.
Like I didn't enjoy it enough. I feel like I watch it back and think, why did I not watch that game in its full? Why did I not go to the bars when you could have? Why did I stay at home and be a boring you-know-what and watch it by myself?
I know what you mean. There were moments, like, say, for example, you see when Sweden played the Ukraine. I didn't give that the due diligence that it desered.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was on in the background, but I didn't give it the due diligence that it deserved.
Everyone was like, oh my God, Emil Forsberg was amazing. I was like, was he? Yeah. Didn't watch him. Yeah. So I was like, no, against Ukraine. I was like, didn't really watch it, mate.
I had it on, but England had won earlier that day. I didn't give it the love that it deserved.
And that's what I'm upset about, that I didn't watch. I know some people, Ollie Stevenson is one, that watched every game, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And I am just too busy for that, personally.
No, I didn't enjoy it enough. I mean, some people, they've adopted a different policy to us. They've gone, nice to have a break from football. See you all in August kind of attitude. That's not me.
They're mad.
That's not me.
The country felt, and not just because of what it done to the country, it's what it galvanised. It felt united. Everyone was happy with each other. Everyone was talking football, singing the songs. I miss it. And we don't get that from the Premier League. We don't. We get stress, strain, very little release, and a lot of tribalism. That's right? The thing, isn't it? This is it. It's back.
It felt like during the Euros, it was unity. There was harmony, and it's already starting, isn't it? The divides within, you know, on club allegiances.
It's already kicked off.
It's already kicking off.
And that's what Gareth done. Gareth will bring us together, and now, we're now apart again. I want to talk about the clubs. Let's focus on a few. Let's focus on Arsenal first, because they're the clubs that one of the clubs that have done some business in the transfer window already. It looks like they're going to get Ben White over the line as well. Ben White, obviously part of this England Euro 2020 squad. 50 million for Ben White. I don't know why I think that's a lot of money.
We're about to disagree. I can see the tone in your voice and the glint in your eye.
Yeah. I just feel like there's a premium for young Premier League English talent. So I think 20 million's added on top automatically. Like if he was a fringe Spanish centre back, 23 years old, playing for what's the equivalent of Brighton in La Liga?
Go and name it for me.
Ibear.
Yeah, exactly. If it was Ibear, well done. Going to what are Arsenal in now, Villarreal, he would nowhere near be 50 million. I don't care how good he was, he wouldn't be 50 million. Brighton to Arsenal, is he even played for England yet? 50 million's incredible.
Can I say?
How many games he played for England?
I think he's had a run out. Didn't he play in the Romania game?
Yeah. He's played 1.5 games for England. He was a championship player a couple of seasons ago. Didn't feature at all in the Euros, and he cost 50 million. And you think that's fine?
No.
Okay, good. Okay.
What I think it is, though, Addy, I think that when you say £50 million, it makes it all sound so grand because it's £50 million. Yeah. But we have to put this on the scale of footballers, and it's actually very cheap for a footballer, isn't it?
Nowadays, well, no, footballer in this country. Yes, that's my point. Yeah.
When you say about the premium for English talent, that exists because of certain rules. There is a premium.
You know what caused the problem
for defenders? Nathan Ake going from Bournemouth, relegated Bournemouth, to Man City, being their 4th or 5th choice. He went for 40 million. Yes, that caused everything.
The other thing is what you're saying is true. Everything that all of the I like the comparison that you made there with La Liga and whatever else. But the reason that it costs more and the comparison is slightly misleading is because he's Premier League proven as well. So look, people can talk to me about Raphael Varane and how good Raphael Varane is. I'm with you on that, and I know I pronounce his name.
Do you say Varane or Varane?
I know I pronounce it terribly. Okay. I get a lot of grief because the truth is I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it's Varane. I think Varane. But look, I'm not French. It could be something. Could be a bit more eloquent than that. It could be anything.
No, I'm definitely doing it wrong. I know. Okay, Varane.
Yeah.
But look, I know he's a brilliant player. I know his experience is top draw. I know he's played alongside Sergio Ramos. I know all of the above. But we have seen examples in previous years of players who have a fantastic CV, but they don't cut it in the Premier League. Ben White is not that. Ben White is a Premier League proven player, and that must count. The other thing is, this feels so odd to say, but I'm afraid it is true. £50 million is peanuts. On the scale that we are talking.
Oh, come on.
No, but it is, isn't it?
It's not.
It is, Addy.
It really, really isn't peanuts. That's top draw money. That's what City played Everton for Stones, who was definitely Premier League proven.
In a completely different era. Also, they were buying a player that wasn't the player that he is today. If John Stones were to leave City, which is the relevant comparison, what's he worth?
50 million.
Today?
Yeah.
Of course he's not.
Are you going to say 70, 80? What are you? One second. What fee are we saying then?
Look, John Stones is obviously not for sale. He's going to feature
Yeah,
City
what
next
would you
season.
think he
But
would
John
be worth
Stones
on
is
the
worth
market?
John Stones is worth £100 million. Of course he is. He's a starter. Of course he
Come on, stop it. Stop it.
Now,
Right now,
yeah.
Virgil van Dijk.
The Virgil van Dijk pre-injury, what was he worth today?
120 million.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, don't say exactly. They're two different. One's a Rolls Royce, one's a second-hand Bentley.
No, but Addy, you're not seeing it for what it is. I appreciate it, and I know that obviously you have a bias here.
No. This one's a lot better. One's a lot better. No. I know listeners know that I'm a Liverpool. Yeah. But come on, you can't compare Van Dijk and Stones. You can't compare the
I'm
two.
presenting the facts and I'm stepping back. I just think it's important that people know that you are a Liverpool fan here. What John Stones is, firstly, he's English. Secondly, he's at City. Thirdly, he's won the league. And secondly, he played every minute for England.
And fourthly, makes a lot of mistakes.
All of that, all of the above is true.
Yes, thank you.
So he is a £100 million player on the going market of today. Of course he is.
No chance.
And therefore, Ben White, a proven Premier League player with a big future ahead of him. I think the numbers are mad. But I also think the numbers are accurate.
I feel like you can't, and you see when we say proven Premier League player, and look, maybe my feeling of understanding of what a proven Premier League player is maybe a bit screwed, but I'm thinking it means you played 3 or 4 seasons in the Premier League. That's what I think of when I hear proven Premier League player. I don't know if playing for a Brighton side, who, let's be honest, were near bottom of the Premier League for the whole of the season, means you're proven for me. I need 3 or 4 seasons. I need 15 to 20 England caps. I need to know you're that.
Sometimes you need that, but sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get a situation where a certain player is just so much better than everyone around him that you know they're good enough.
Is he better than Brighton? Is he better than Arsenal?
Is he better than what do you think? Does he?
No, because he was linked with Liverpool before Liverpool. To be fair, Kanate came
Should he
in
be playing for a club
in Champions League. Yeah, Champions League aspirations. Just honest question here.
I like the question.
Honest question: is he better than Arsenal? I was speaking to Danny Mills yesterday. He was like, shocked he's gone Arsenal. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, City were linked, Liverpool were linked, and I just wonder if Arsenal have overpaid because the other clubs were like, we'll give you 35. His true valuation. And Arsenal have said, you know what? No, here's 50. Bang.
As much as I like this strand, and it's a thread that I want to pull and explore more. No, this is a huge move for Ben White. This is a good move for Ben White as well.
Okay, cool. Let's move away slightly from defenders and let's talk their forward line. Arsenal were linked with your boy, Tammy Abraham.
Be a really good signing for them.
I thought so as well. I think someone that will play week in, week out, no injury history really from Tammy, scores goals. There is some talks about Lacazette and him possibly leaving the club, and you think, well, Aubameyang has stopped scoring. That's fact, right? And who else? Martinelli? Are you going to rely on Saka again? Surely you need someone that can come in and play. And as you say, I'm going to use your words here, proven Premier League player. England international, sometimes.
Listen, Addy, I think Tammy Abraham would be a wonderful signing for Arsenal. I genuinely think he would be a real success there, and it would be terrible for Chelsea.
Yeah.
This is purely my opinion, though. From an Arsenal fan's perspective, they would be seeing this as if you're not good enough to get in the Chelsea team, you shouldn't be good enough. That would be the approach. The way that a lot of fans see Chelsea isn't as European Cup holders, and
And they've been burnt recently by Chelsea as well, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that
David Luiz and Willian.
David Luiz and William. I mean, God. Did you see William's gut the other day for Arsenal? I mean, I'm not one to. I don't have a 6-pack or anything, but I'm not a professional footballer.
I mean, that's not true if you do, but,
I'm in good shape, thank you.
But yes, I did see Willian, and I think it just shows you exactly where he is at the moment. You know, when certain players come back off their summer holidays with that kind of portly
It's
figure,
not serious, are
they're not.
they?
No, I mean, Eden Hazard used to do it every year. Even Eden Hazard was one of the best players in the league and could just about get away with it. Wayne Rooney used to do it. Was one of the best players in the league, but could just about get away with it. Willian needs to be on point. He needs
Arsenal fans, let's be honest, detest him anyway.
He needs to be using the summer as a way of
I'm gonna
elevating
show you.
himself.
I'm gonna show you, yeah.
Exactly, but also so that when his teammates and opposition members of the opposition come back, he's already 1-0 up. He's already got himself into that elite physical state. To come back the way he does, it shows you exactly where his mind is at the moment.
Agreed.
And it's a disrespect. It's totally disrespectful to Arsenal to do that.
If this is the end of Arsenal's business, and look, they've got Tavares has come in, Lokonga is coming from Anderlecht. I mean, two names that are not going to set the world on fire. Ben White will. Arsenal fans will be excited about Ben White. David Luiz is gone, and I think him and Gabriel, when they play a free, he can do a 3 or a 4, can't he, Ben White? If this is it, and there's nothing else, what are your expectations for Arsenal? Exactly. See, that was my reaction as well. There has to be a lot more.
Yeah.
Surely, are you saying that that's
No, I
they're
mean,
going
what-
to sign a striker?
No,
surely.
I'm thinking Ben White was 50. I think Tavares was around 20, 25. Lokonga, we're hearing around the same. That's 100 million. Arsenal don't spend money like that. Unless they ship players out like Xhaka, potentially go in, and we mentioned William to get a bit of money. They're not going to spend another 50 to 100 million. That's it.
It's a prerequisite for the start of the season that Arsenal sign a centre forward.
They've got
It is
to,
a
yeah.
prerequisite. Yeah, they cannot go into the season with Aubameyang and Lacazette. Like, they made that mistake once already.
Yeah.
Martinelli, you're not a fan?
No, I am a fan of Martinelli.
always
I just
injured.
don't think I don't necessarily think he's the guy.
Nketiah? Joe Willock back from loan at Newcastle? I'm just checking up some names.
No.
Yeah.
No. They need to go out and make a statement signing up front. They really do. And I think Tammy Abraham is a statement. I personally think it would work really well. I don't know how inspired their fans would be. I don't know how on board with that signing their fans would be.
They're miles away,
Saying
aren't
that,
they?
though,
They're miles
They
away.
have seen him score a winner for
They're-
Chelsea in the last
they're miles
minute.
away, aren't they?
Miles. When you think of City, what?
What we talking?
We're talking Premier League.
No. Yeah, they are miles
No,
away. Top
even
4
to
we
be-
can talk.
Even to be within the battle, come like February where your team's there or thereabouts. They're miles away from that.
Yes.
I look at what City are gonna do. Chelsea. Look what Chelsea under Thomas Tuchel is scary. Liverpool will have their defence sorted out. And then United have signed Sancho and look like they're going to sign Varane. Question marks about Varane, but he's a World Cup winner. Look where it's Arsenal.
Yes, that isn't the ambition though for Arsenal. Which is the problem.
What is the ambition?
The ambition, and this is where it always goes wrong. You know the old thing. Whereas if you reach for the stars and you end up on the moon, it's not the end of the world. What they stopped doing is they stopped reaching for the stars. They started only reaching for top 4,
Yeah.
and therefore, yeah, you start reaching low, and then when you eventually don't make those targets, and I think that Arsenal now they aren't thinking about the league. That's not the Arsenal aspiration at all.
What is it now? Just Europe.
And you know the worst thing is now
I think
as well.
it's top 4 is what they dream. The dream. The way that other clubs
Arsenal aren't making top 4. I think we know that. You know that as well.
I don't think they are either.
Come on, Rory, stop it. You know they're not
No,
making top
but-
4. They're miles off it. 1 second, just before we go, I want to get the table up. Just before we go for I want to see how far they were off top 4 last
No,
season.
they weren't even in the conversation for top 4 last year. They weren't even in the conversation, but there were reasons to suggest that they could. You know, there were reasons to say that Mikel Arteta ended the season very
I
positively.
take it back.
They're only 6 points off top 4 last season. That's not that shabby.
No, I know, and that was what I was
How
sort
about
of
you sign that
intimating.
boo? Yeah, that's not that
It's
bad.
not.
No,
It's
they're
not
miles away.
insurmountable, is it? It's not insurmountable. It's not the Premier League. It's not like saying they win the Premier League. Totally insurmountable. Saying they get top 4, unlikely. Unlikely. Certainly, there's other suitors that seem more.
Yeah,
more in
Leicester.
line.
Yeah.
But you know they could with some astute signings. With some astute signings. Tammy
so.
Abraham's a guy, I think.
Yeah. Well, again, they are going to feel like it's a Chelsea reject that's almost going to be a starter.
He's a brilliant player.
I wouldn't go as far as brilliant.
Well, you wouldn't, but you'd be wrong. And one more thing, please do me a favour, click like on this video if you've enjoyed it, and also I would love it if you would join the community, click subscribe, because we are growing something really special here, and the community on this channel really does mean the world to me, so please consider clicking subscribe. Now, have a look at the video. I talked with Adi Oladipo, make sure you check him out as well, on TalkSport, talking about all things Arsenal. God, look at this glorious day, glorious view, right here in the heart of London. Cheers everyone. Let me know what you think.